When them boys did that to you, did them boys use protection?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, but you let that. Your ass gotta go. You getting the fuck up out my house. You getting up out of my house. Get your shit, pack it. You're going to stay with your daddy. This shit is not right, y'all. 12 years old, pregnant. Why?
This is just all around catastrophe, all around failure. And one of the things I would like to first start to say, some things don't need to be put on the internet. Some things do not need, you don't need to hit record. You don't. In this way, you're just putting that out. I don't know what it's, I don't know if it's to help shame, but it just reflects that there's an all around failure here, from the mother to the father to your entire situation, entire life. If your life is not dedicated to your kids, it's not, if you don't recognize it as your duty to take care of your kids, to ensure that this doesn't happen to them, that they're on, call it straight and narrow, they at least understand the responsibility of this. At least if she's going to do this, I wish you had the wherewithal to tell her about protection and how to use it and how to make sure this is happening. But the fact that this happened and you decided to post this, I think that says that doesn't absolve you of any of this, any of these sins here. Saying that you're going to go to your daddy, maybe she should have been with her daddy a long time ago. Maybe there should have been a better, whatever happened between you and the father. I wish there was more grace. I wish there was more hope. I wish there was more intelligence. I wish there was just more something, rather than have this become another statistic in our society. So guys, look, continue to comment, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day. There should be a live stream coming up in a couple hours if I'm posting this in the order I think I'm going to do it. But let's continue this one.
I go in the bathroom and I look in the garbage can in your garbage can and I don't see blood on the pads. You've been wrapping them up, but you ain't having no ministry. So I'm trying to figure out why you been lying and telling me your period been on, and it ain't been on. So how long it's been that you ain't seen no period?
1 month.
1 month? You sure?
Yeah.
So I got something for you. You're gonna take this pregnancy test. Because I promise you, if you're pregnant, you getting the fuck up out of here. So go on in the bathroom and get that pregnancy test over with.
So I can't make any real assumptions about their type of relationship and how, this girl looks almost terrified to actually have a conversation with you. And I know how it usually goes. When you're in trouble, right? Then that's when you get quiet, and that's when you don't want to say anything. But we can understand the nuance of this situation, right? We caught it from one part, and we're playing it from the beginning. We're saying that the mother and father separated, or at least if they were ever together, we know they don't live together, because she threatens to go to your father's house. So we understand that part, right? We get that. So historically, we've also seen, when you're a single mom, how difficult it is. You have to work, and then when you're not actively raising your children, the streets will do it. Social media would do it. What did Kanye say? Instagram got your bitch, right? When we live in and we'll take this into a more macro sort of societal look. When we have society that has removed the underlying ideal of shame, that your behavior is fine in whatever manner you see fit, that God is dead, all is permissible, so you can do whatever you want. When you remove that veneer, when you remove that veil, what we left with is, society, larger corporate media, music, artists, they have such an influencing hand in how you raise your children, in just your life in general. And you don't see it, you don't get it, but there's a reason we all know the lyrics of the same songs. There's a reason why we all know these dance moves to these songs. We've watched the music videos. We've been programmed in countless ways. And each generation has their version of it, and each generation becomes more and more sort of, the coding, because it's more like Inception. You don't realize how bad off you are until you have a time to step away from it. But when we have a society that makes it seem like it's okay for you to get pregnant, right? When it's, oh, you can just get rid of it, or you can just put him on child support, or you've glorified being a single mom. We don't have enough stories where women are saying this is extremely difficult, and the dreams I had laid out have to be deferred, if not at all abandoned, because I don't get the help I need from the man I laid down with. I don't have the resources because society is, our economy is sort of doing this inward crunch, and it's shaving off what it feels like is excess. And unfortunately, we're excess. So if we had more of those stories become the norm, and we have more women, more men being responsible, men being responsible with their lust, men understanding that this, even if you can feel like can escape responsibility, right? Because you're not bearing the child, you don't feel or you don't see the physical sort of manifestation or bear the physical weight of the scars. You feel like, it's fine, and then you'll have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and you don't feel like anything, especially when you don't have hope of actually making something of yourself, or you've seen your daddy do it, you've seen your uncles do it. Society says all this is fine, all this is okay, so you repeat it. And then what we do, we just keep ruining the potential of lives over, over, and over again.
Go right on in there and take that pregnancy test. Because if you're pregnant, you get out of my house, you're 12 years old. You ran away about a month and a half ago, and that situation took place with them boys. I ain't no fool. I already know. And don't run no water. Don't run no water. I want you to pee on that thing. Don't run no water. Cut that water off. You better not put no water on it. Pee on it. I'll come in there. Now hurry up and use that bathroom. You better pee on it. I'm gonna know if it'll show if it been water on it, because it'll mess it up, and it won't show no lines at all. So you better pee on it. And I'm waiting out here for you. Hurry the fuck up and pee. Not playing with you. Yeah. You peed on it? And them lines changing already? Let me see. I know damn well. Ran in. So what they say? What they read? They got 2 lines. So you pregnant? Hold on, give me this, let me hold this. So you meant to tell me when them boys did that to you?
So we know how this goes, right? So when there's part of me that really hopes this is just a prank, this is just a skit. I really hope it is, but even if that's the case, I don't know why you would subject your daughter to something like this, or why would you put this out there and add this to the, social sort of consciousness of what's happening out here. I don't think you kicking your daughter out, if this happened when she ran away, I don't think you kicking her out is going to be any type of effective strategy. But you're essentially trying to wash your hands of your daughter. And yeah, maybe the father has a better chance. But without seeing the man, we can't make that assumption. The fact is, if this is real, let's just hold to that. This is real. And this is just such an unfortunate series of events. And she will invariably do the same to her child. Just the example that she has of how you raised her, right? And going forward, even, we have countless stories of women having not this story, but a, tumultuous relationship with the mom. And then how they're in and out of each other's lives. But we look back and say, when we reviewed the clip about Brittany Renner, and you saw the way her mom was talking to PJ Washington, you see apple not far from the tree. So this just becomes a cycle that if we don't stop and say and identify what we're doing and how we're doing it, and what roles we play in this, we're just going to keep doing the same things, continue doing the same things. And when you're already at a lower socioeconomic tier than every other race in the United States, you can't afford these, unforced errors. This is all on us, right? If we want to go back to having a community, this is where a community comes in and says, yeah, you need help, you need assistance, and you probably need someone else to come in and show you how to parent. This isn't something where you can just put on the 12-year-old girl and say, well, this is your fault and this is your lot in life. There's a whole cascade of failure here. And this is just a glimpse into how we fail each other, how mothers fail daughters, how daughters fail mothers, how the father fails everyone else. Let me know what you guys think.